Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to our author spotlight for Poor. I'm so excited to be hanging out with Edwinette Moses. Hey, Edwinette. Hey, girl. Hey. And we are just going to chat it up. I just want to share you with our audience. I know that all of the streaming platforms are sending out messages. So, hey, Periscope, hey, Facebook, hey, YouTube, all around. Listen, we got one of your co-authors saying, hey, already. Wendy Lee, comedian Wendy Lee is coming in saying, hey. Another co-author, Coach Andrea, saying hello to everyone. So we are super excited to have everyone just joining us. Listen, stick around because we've got Edwinette here, and then we've also got Eulica Kimber hanging out in the virtual green room, who's going to be coming up right after this. So let's jump in. I'm Charvette Mitchell, and I work with female entrepreneurs and a few lucky men to help them build their online platforms so that they generate more revenue with an amazing online brand. And I'm the visionary author for a new book that we just went into pre-order called Poor, and Edwinette is one of our authors. So let me introduce formally. She, a native of Richmond, Virginia, Edwinette Moses earned her Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts from University of Richmond and Health Records Technician certification from J.S. Reynolds Community College. She is employed with Veterans Health Administration Central Office and is the administrative officer for National Radiation Oncology Program. In partnership with her family, Edwinette is the owner of Second Look Flea Mart, LLC. She and her husband, Paul, are owners of Get Up to Get Out Financial Literacy Seminars, LLC. Edwinette is a charter member of Top Ladies of Distinction, the Central Virginia chapter, and the literacy chairman for this chapter. Her and her husband, Paul, have a daughter and a granddaughter. Welcome. We're glad to have you, Edwinette.
Thank you so very much. Many thanks to you for allowing me to be on this platform with so many talented women.
Yes. So let's chat. I know you have a huge family, just a lot of support in your family. So tell us a little bit more about your family.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been married to my husband, Paul, for 32 years this year in October. And
Woo!
we have our family, we grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
He knows my, just like I know his. We all grew up like brother and sisters. And so family, I'll tell you, working with family, we have a great support system and it can take you to different levels. And I mean that in a positive way. We have been successfully partnering with my husband and his brothers in our Second Look Flea Mart business. This past June, it was 10 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, and we still eat together, have fun together, travel together. So,
Nobody's fussing and fighting and all of that.
No, we have a good, authentic relationships and both sides, my side as well. I have nieces and nephews and family. We all, get along. Nobody, kind of ready to chop somebody's head off. So it's a good thing.
Yeah. And I would say, as someone who has been able to, observe you guys, you and Paul, and certainly in Paris, we got to shout out Paris and Emory now, but being able to observe, you all are really leaders, I would say, within your family. Not that there aren't any other leaders, but you guys really pour. Shout out. Hey, Joyce, thank you for stopping by. I'm a good girlfriend. You all really pour into your family. And I call you guys personally. So you guys that are tuning in and that are coming on in and watching this, I consider Edwinette and Paul life mentors to me. No, we don't have mentor sessions and I don't meet and pull out a calendar or pull out a plan of what I'm working on, but they just let me observe their life. And that is mentorship to me. So thank you for that. And so how have you been able to, let's start with the marriage, how a lot of people are probably like, how do you stay successful? Like, how do you still love each other and still go out and still travel? Are there any secrets you can share?
Well, I think one thing is we had good parents, examples from our parents.
Yeah.
Other thing, us personally, um, he's an adult, I'm an adult. We don't treat each other like children. I don't be like, where are you? You got to come here. You know, that kind
Mhm.
we trust each other. And so I think that's primarily the key to our success. It may be different for somebody else, but we don't treat each other like I'm not his mom, and he's not my dad. So that's a big um, benefit for us.
Yeah, yeah. And as we think about poor, and again, those that are coming in, Edwinette is one of our co-authors and has written a chapter in the book Poor, which is in pre-order. You can get your copy from Edwinette, The Secret Effects of Giving and Serving in Business and Leadership. And I would say definitely you have an interesting, when I think about your chapter, I think you can really speak to wives. I think you can really speak to those who may not be the top leader, the top person. Talk a little bit about that balance of when you really are finding your purpose and finding your place, and where sometimes that may fall, and it may not be at the very top.
Well, like you introduced me earlier, my husband and I and my family members, we're partners. And believe it or not, my husband is a visionary. He has great wisdom, which is difficult for me to compete with. I don't try to compete with it. I used to wonder, like, how people say, I want to be like Mike. I want to be like, Paul. So
Uh-huh.
like, okay, how did you come up with that? But after a while, you realize you can't really compete with a person. And that's the same thing with leadership. You can't compete with the primary leader, or the first person, or what have you, but you can still be a leader
Yeah.
and lead from that secondary position. Um, and let me just say this: pour you can pour, and leadership is pouring. You can pour is dual. You can
Yeah.
and you can pour out. So you can't do one without the other. So what I have gleaned over the years is that I have to have someone pour into me so that I can pour into others. And so being in that, if you look at it from marriage, he's the head, I'm the wife. So I'm in that secondary position. It's not a discounted position.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me just say, for anyone that may be struggling with what she just said, Edwinette is a strong leader in and of her. So it's not to say that you are not a leader yourself. It is that you recognize your husband he's very much a visionary. I think a huge part of your marriage, he was in a very strong role in church as a chairman of a deacon board. Shout out to New Jerusalem International Christian Ministries, Chief Apostle Olive C. Brown and Bishop Joel Brown. And so in that role, you were there, but you still had an opportunity to pour into people. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, I'll tell you this. I supported him in his role, but I did not have a role. So that did not diminish just because I was not in the deaconess or anything like that. It still did not diminish my role supporting him in his role. And what I did was, during that time, it was like 17 years or so,
Yeah.
um, allowed him to operate in that role. So, so that's how I was able to allow him to operate, be free. And then, some things came along with his role. But for me, it was a great experience, and it still is. We haven't abandoned our duties to our ministry. It's just that your roles kind of change. But I think that pouring in, and being given the opportunity, because we were a team,
Yeah.
it gave me an opportunity
to pour. Wonderful, wonderful. And so in your day job, you've been in leadership roles for a long time, and you are in that medical administration field. Like, when did you fall in love with the medical field and you knew this is where I need to be?
Believe it or not, it was a little late. I was working in healthcare, and I was doing different performing different administrative duties and tasks. And
Yeah.
well, I have all of this experience. How can I um, put this together to work for me? And
Mm-hmm.
literally, guys, I picked up back in the day, we had paper catalogs for colleges. I picked up a catalog and thumbed through the pages and literally found a program that was 24 months. I said, okay, I can do this and I can accomplish something before the world comes to an end. On the end at the year 2000, but at least I can, become a medical technician. And that kind of catapulted me into other areas in healthcare. I got my certification in 92, I believe, 92. And no, 2003, actually. It was late. 2003. And I started working at the VA hospital. And from that point on, I knew that this was something that I could, excel in.
Yeah.
My goal was never to be an imposter of knowledge. I wanted to do something that I could, say, hey, I've done this. This is, blazing my trail.
Yeah.
That, excuse me, that catapulted me. Excuse me.
Bless your heart. Listen, this is reality TV.
That catapulted me into administrative roles, and excuse me, as I went higher.
Listen, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and we're gonna come right back. Listen, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and are you good? Okay.
That catapulted me into more administrative roles on different levels. And where I am today, I'm on a national level administratively with the Veterans Department of Veterans Affairs. So I'm a executive assistant to a national program director. But all of my years of experience got me to where I am today. And let me just share this. When you're searching for your purpose and your meaning, sometimes it seems so far off, or you see you can't really tap into what it is you should do or be. Keep plugging away. When you find something that you like, you may do it for a season, so you're not always locked in. Things change, seasons change. As Charvette has mentioned, my husband and I, we own a flea market, and it's called Second Look. That's one of the areas where I was able to pour. I taught my nieces and nephews and my daughter how to be cashiers and count money at a young age, so that people wouldn't flim flam them. That was an opportunity for me to pour. Being in working in healthcare is an opportunity for me to pour. I've moved as I kept going different levels and rounds. I did decide, you know what, I need another something else under my belt. And at the age of 50, I went back and got my bachelor's. I was like, what is wrong with me? But, and so I was like, okay, I'm constantly evolving.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't stop there,
Good. I love it. Welcome to everyone that's popping in. We're chatting with co-author, Edwinette Moses. You're going to really love her chapter. Everyone, you're going to love the chapter. If you're connected with her and you're on her page, she will share this direct link so you can pre-order from her so that she gives you an autographed copy. The books will be out in October, so you'll be at the top of the list, the VIP list. She will autograph it. Who knows? She might throw something else in the bag and send it off to you. But right on the screen there, you can screenshot it and order your autographed copy from Edwinette Moses, co-author in the book, Pour: The Secret Effects of Giving and Serving in Business and Leadership. And so, Edwinette, would you say any of the things that you've given, whether it was collectively with your family, with your husband, or you individually, are there any places that you could think in your mind where it wasn't a benefit, that it didn't end up at some point being a benefit?
No, I can't think of any place because all the dots eventually do connect.
Yeah.
Really do. You think maybe it's, when you're in something, sometimes you can't see right then the benefit, but when you move forward or you move ahead or you step back even to look at what has happened or what your level of help or support or just being there was, you can glean from those experiences somewhere else. All the dots connect together. So I have not seen any failure in anything that I've, had an opportunity to share or pour.
Awesome. There you have it. There you have it. Thank you again for all those that are popping in. We're wrapping up, getting ready to bring on the next co-author. But Edwinette, I'm so excited to have you in Pour as one of our co-authors. And again, people can stop by your page and click on the link and pre-order a book. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Awesome. We will be back in just, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Wendy Lee that's watching, she's going to call that a popcorn break. I don't know if that's enough for you to get popcorn, but in 30 seconds, we're going to bring up to the virtual mic our next co-author, Euleka Kimber, and she is amazing. CPA, MBA. Listen, she talks about getting your life together related to your money, unbootlegging your finances and all that good stuff. So we're going to be back with her in just a moment. All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks again for being here, hanging out with us as we interview two of the co-authors in my newest book. We're shouting out a bunch of people that's coming in. Listen, we're getting ready to bring Eulica Kimber up to the mic. Let me shout out Paul Moses saying, great job. That was our last guest husband. Great job there. Thank you, Dr. Jackie, saying congratulations on the book. Gwen is saying, that's good. Thank you for all those that are here. And we're moving in to the second segment here. Let me bring my guest up to the mic, to the virtual stage. Eulica Kimber. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Welcome. We are glad to have you here and to have you as a part of this book, Pour.
So much.
Yeah.
I'm honored that you invited me to even participate in this project.
Yes. Pour is all about the secret effects of giving and serving in business and leadership. And what I love is that every author comes from a different angle. And so let me formally introduce you, and then we will jump right on in to just chatting with you here. And welcome again to all those that are popping on in saying, hey, I want to hear more about the authors in the book collaboration Pour. Euleka Kimber has been speaking and teaching the language of business accounting for over 25 years as a certified public accountant, CPA, and Master of Business Administration, MBA. Her education and professional experience in accounting and entrepreneurship have given her the ability to help her clients by removing the fear and intimidation of the financial aspect of their business. She does this by many different things, but she creates customizable action plans for startup and for growth of your business through her online plan to prosper, a small business academy, and one-on-one business coaching. Welcome, Eulica. We're glad to have you.
I feel like there should be applause.
Yeah. We need like an applause track, right?
A round of applause.
We need an applause track. You're getting some love in the comments already, fellow co-author.
Hello.
Hey, hello, Coach Andrea. So let's talk about, when did you fall in love with numbers?
To be very honest, I don't know that I've ever fallen in love with numbers.
Okay.
I think it was more of a gift. So even as early as elementary school, just certain subjects I was attracted to and certain others I wasn't. So history or English or stories were one thing, but I had a gift for numbers and algebra and math, and it just came pretty easy to me. So I don't know that it's a love. I love what the numbers represent. The numbers kind of tell stories about businesses and companies and things that have happened, but I don't know that I love it. That's a confession between me and you and everybody else. It's just easy. The gift makes it easy.
And so, but I love what you just said, that the numbers tell the story.
Absolutely.
So you love the story and helping entrepreneurs understand the story of their business. So what do you say to people who are scared to look at the numbers or think about the numbers?
I say that they are operating blindly. If you ever watch Shark Tank, one of the things they always want to know are, what are your numbers of your business? What is your revenue? What is your expenses? And if you don't know those numbers or are afraid, I don't mean to be rude to my entrepreneurs, but you might as well stay on the job. You might as well just work for somebody else and let them worry about it. But if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're going to have to be comfortable with numbers, because you have to know where you are. It's like looking at the speedometer on your car. You have to know how fast you're going. You have to know if you're going to a curve. You can't drive blind. So the numbers are required. And that's something I help my clients do. Help them be comfortable with those numbers and understand them and actually look forward to them, because they're going to tell you if you're driving off a cliff.
Oh, if you're driving off a cliff. And so it sounds like to me then a part of this has to do with mindset.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that it is a mindset to be teachable, and the numbers of your business, they're actually speaking to you. So, when we go to the store and when we could get out the house, remember when we could go to the store and in August, September, October, you start seeing Christmas stuff. You're like, why are they doing that? Because their numbers told them from the prior year to be ready for December, we have to have stuff in the stores in October. Their numbers told them that. So that means they had to have time for shipping. They had to have time to get orders in and get things produced. But we can't plan ahead if we're not looking at those numbers. But it's about your mindset. So your mindset can't be right here. That's an employee mindset. I give you a task, you sit there and do the job. But the unfortunate thing is some of us walk away from our day jobs, or even some people leave their jobs altogether, but they still have that employee mindset. Entrepreneurs have to be looking down the road always. They have to be paying attention to the economy, suppliers, vendors, what's going on around. A pandemic, just imagine you're in this major corporations that are having calamities, actually, foreclosures, sitting bankruptcy, shutting down, and they couldn't foresee that. But just imagine how devastating that would be as small business owners if we don't even look around the corner, if we're not even planning for next Christmas and we're in retail sales. So I just really, what I do when I work with my clients is make sure that we're talking about the numbers and you're getting from it. Nobody asked you to be Einstein. But you can get familiar with your number. You should know what your revenue and goals are. You should know what each client brings into your business. You have to know which client is costing you money, because some clients will cost you too much money.
Wait a minute, say that again. Somebody that's worrisome?
Some clients will cost you too much money. If I have to be on the phone with you my time is money. So if I have to spend an extra hour with you every month because we're repeating the same thing over and over, that's money. They can't come. They got to be fired. They got to be. You can fire. And you know, Charlotte, I learned that from you. Everybody's not your customer.
Well, listen, everybody is not your customer. Everybody's not your customer. And so, but listen, those of you that are here, you can hear this is straight talk. Like,
I'm straight talk. No chaser.
No chaser. But that's what you want when you're dealing with someone with money, right?
Yes, absolutely. And sometimes I meet with business owners and they don't even know what their business really is. They're doing 50 million different things, or they're doing something that 100 other people are doing and wondering why they're not prospering. And sometimes the mentality is that they don't look at it, the activity makes them feel good. Oh, I'm getting orders, I'm doing whatever, I got a website. But I want to know, so where's the money coming? Because I'm looking at your account and I don't see any money. So that might mean you need to move from that or change something, or something has to happen, or you're going to end up on the bankruptcy road with the other folks shut down. If it can happen to the big boys, it can happen to us, the small business owners, even quicker.
Yeah.
So I really mindset is also about being teachable.
Mm-hmm.
So not only seeing the numbers of your business, but also making adjustments. And I saw, I think it was an Instagram live of a business owner that is in the greater Richmond area. And she was speaking about closing her actual storefront. Mm-hmm. Because most of her business is coming from online.
Right.
I guess she had some kind of allegiance to that. And sometimes we can be emotionally tied to things within our business because we built it ourselves. We've been the boss of it. But your numbers will tell you exactly what you need to do. So you have to pay attention, but that's also speaks to your mindset. Are you teachable to change course?
Wow.
Or will you ride right off into the ditch, looking right at the ditch as you ride in it?
While you ride to the ditch. And so it sounds to me that you have a lot of opportunity to pour into people and pour into your clients.
But to even receive the pour, my mindset has to be open to learn and receive at all times.
Yeah.
And my best clients are those who are open to receive. Because there's some people who I talk to about simple things that you heard me preach about before, about having a business bank account, having an accounting system. That is an unteachable mindset to say, oh no, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna, use my Cash App or whatever. That's an unteachable mindset. And it's really, but so far we can go together and you go to the next level. You might be able to survive for a little bit, but you can't go to the next level with that kind of limited thinking. You have to be teachable in this thing. You have to be learning. That's why it's important to connect with folks like your group, the Hey Girl, Hey group. That's why you have to be connected with people who are teaching and speaking wisdom about business, because you have to be teachable and have the mindset and be open to say, oh, okay, I can do this a better way. There's a different way to learn. There's a different way to do this. There are other options. And just to be among a community of people who are also teachable. So I would also say that mindset also has to do with the people you're running with.
Who you running with, and you actually, your chapter is really like opens up and talks a lot about mindset. For those that are just popping in, and I saw your daughter come in, and we're talking about the book that is in pre-order, that you can order a copy from Eulica. She has the link on her page, Pour the Secret Effects of Giving and Serving in Business and Leadership. So you can pick up a copy of that. And so your chapter definitely opens with that. And Gwen is saying, hey, be teachable. I'm listening.
Amen.
I'm listening.
The title of my chapter is Get Your Mind Right. Get your mind. People are looking for $1 million idea. They don't come to closed-minded people.
Ooh.
I don't care if I even give you the model. Your limited mind will shut it down because you're going to box yourself in. I think the mind is the greatest prison that we have. I know we talk a lot about things that are going on in the country and what rights we have and what things are going on. But your mindset can take you for all those things. If they were solved today, but your mind ain't right, you're still not going anywhere. You're still not going anywhere.
And so your mind has to be open to receive, to pour in the right thing. And
exactly. Exactly. But I have a little, I'm surprised I didn't tell you.
Oh.
So for the first 10 people who order from my link, they get a 15-minute consultation from me.
Whoa.
So we get to talk about your business, about your financials. I'm going to send you a survey ahead of time to kind of give me an assessment. But the first 10 people get to have some time with me. So because I really have a heart for building businesses and building entrepreneurship. That's right, Mom. I'm getting my mind right. Because I really do I really want to pour into the lives of others. I want to walk the walk and talk walk what I talk.
Yeah.
I want to practice what I preach. And so I want to be able to touch as many lives as I can. So for the first 10 copies, they're going to be signed with a note from me. But also we're going to have a Zoom conversation about what your business is.
Wow, what a great offer. Thank you. Co-author, your fellow co-author, Wendy Lee is saying, as a man thinketh in his heart,
Amen.
So is he. Love me some Euleka. Thank you.
Candy lady. That's the candy.
That's the candy lady. And listen, you got fellow co-author saying she ordering her book. Now she's in the book, comedian Wendy Lee, you guys, but she gonna order from your link.
Lord have mercy.
Just to be on the safe side. And the link will be shared on your page, so people will have the opportunity to grab that. Thank you for that offer. What a great offer to make, to just say. And you know, some of you will be like, "Ooh, she I don't know if I want anybody to look at my numbers." You did a challenge recently, or you had a webinar recently about unbootleg your business.
Yes, amen. So that talks about some of the things that we do as entrepreneurs to keep ourselves small. Sometimes I think that we are intentionally, but unintentionally, keeping ourselves in the small league. But having an accounting system, with having financials. I hear recently the current administration passed the PPP, the payroll protection plan.
Yes.
And those people got forgivable loans.
Yes.
Like money just showed up for them. But guess what? They had to have financial statements. They had to have a business bank account to get those things. So sometimes we cheat ourselves out because we're bootleg. And sometimes I think it is a trick of the enemy, because it plagues our community, our people, that we think we're going to take the shortcut. So we don't need a business license. So we don't need that. But those people were getting money for every employee on the books. And I'm thinking, so people are running to me, can I get my, no, it's not too late. You got to stay ready. No.
Stay ready so you don't have to be getting ready. Well, listen, our time is up. It flew by. I know. He's like, woo. So again, co-author Eulica Kimber. You will see her chapter in Pour. It's coming out October, but you have the offer from her. If you are one of her supporters on her page, go to the link on her page, first 10 people, you're going to get to have 15 minutes with her. That's some golden stuff right there. Euleka, thank you so much for your just flat out, this is what it is.
This is Petersburg, Virginia at its best. This is what
see, that's how Wendy likes you. Petersburg in the house. Listen, y'all preaching on here. Yes. Petersburg is in the house, but this is what you need. This is what is needed. And this is how you pour. And this is how you pour into your clients and to all of the rest of us. So thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. I love you all.
Yay. Bye. All right, that is a wrap. So we started off talking with Edwinette Moses. We wrapped up talking with Eulica Kimber. We have more. Listen, keep an eye on my page. I have Coach Andrea. She's coming up at 2:00 tomorrow. We're going to be talking to Maria on Thursday at 6:30. We're talking to Lisa Williams at 9 a.m. on Saturday. We've got more co-authors. So just keep an eye on my page as you hear more from them, and pre-order your copy of Pour. And thank you so much for everyone that's been here. Thank you. Dr. Jackie said, excellent. Listen, Euleka, Wendy is still trying to work the system. So if I order 2 books, does that mean I get 30 minutes? I'm going to let you work that out. Petersburg. All right, awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much. Toya, hey, yes, pour. We've been waiting, sis. Yes, we've been waiting. It is upon us. So thank you guys. I will see you later on the web.